So Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington is the main event of UFC 296 for the welterweight belt. And I think that Leon Edwards is going to light up Colby Covington like a Christmas tree. He's going to absolutely tool up this man on the feet and leave him speechless, because we know Colby likes to talk and talk that trash. But guess what? I think that Leon Edwards is overall just way better on the feet. He has all the tools. He has all the striking and the takedown defense. He will overwhelm Colby Covington with his defensive nature. Let's be honest here, man. I know people are kind of talking about Colby Covington as this guy who is the American nightmare, pretty much. That Colby's grappling is on this different plane of existence, that he can just take down Leon Edwards and win with will. I do not care. I think Colby Covington's grappling is not suited to beat a guy like Leon Edwards. Listen, I don't think that Colby Covington's going to be able to get Leon Edwards down, but even if he does get him down, here's my thing. Colby does not have a damage-based style. Whenever he gets people down, he doesn't land good ground and pound. He doesn't do any real significant damage to really earn points on the scorecard. And I think Leon Edwards is going to thrive in getting back up and just picking at Colby Covington, not KOing him. Maybe possibly he can, but just landing 1-2s down the pipe, landing body kicks, leg kicks will be massive for Leon. He's going to do all the thing he needs to do to score points for the judges. And Colby Covington, I know his grappling is good and he will chain together takedowns. That's one thing he has over Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman just goes for simple, double legs, single legs, doesn't get him, it's pretty much over. But Colby Covington will chain wrestle. He'll go for a double leg. He might fail it, but he'll transition that into a single leg, and that leaves more on the plate for Leon Edwards. But one thing that Colby doesn't do well is landing ground and pound, trying to land total strikes, trying to score points with his grappling. He mainly just kind of sits there and has control over you. So I think Leon will probably get out grappled by Colby Covington, maybe, but when it comes to the feet, he's going to be able to land those shots and actually score damage-based points that will win him the fight. And I know, I can already see it, man. I can see everybody after the fight saying that, oh my God, Colby won that. He out-wrestled him for 5 rounds. He out-wrestled him for 3 rounds. He won. He had control time, but it doesn't matter. What matters is damage. And I can see Leon Edwards just doing more overall damage. And when things are on the feet, I don't see Colby doing a damn thing to Leon Edwards. Listen, his striking is mediocre at best. If I want to give some praise to Colby Covington on the feet, his striking is mediocre, which he's a grappler, so I understand that. But he won't pose any real significant threat to Leon on the feet. He doesn't have the power to really scare off Leon Edwards. Leon has not the best chin that I've ever seen. He has been rocked by Nate Diaz, of all people. He's been rocked by Brian Barberena. He's been hurt a lot of times in his fights. And one thing that Kamaru Usman presented to Leon was the power. Usman still had some scary, I wouldn't say one-punch KO power, but he can hurt people. He hurt Colby Covington. He KO'd Masvidal with it. He KO'd Burns with it. Kamaru Usman has several KO wins on his record. Colby Covington doesn't have a single goddamn one. My bad, I lied. He actually has one TKO win by ground and pound against Max Griffin back in 2016. Okay, you get my point. You know what I mean. Colby Covington doesn't have really any power on the feet. And I think for Leon to be more defensive and not wanting to exchange with a fighter, they have to have some power threat to make him fear them. So what is Leon Edwards going to be most worried about in this fight? And that is the takedown threat from Colby Covington. And he has been locked in for the past couple years, drilling takedowns, working on his takedown defense. He fought Kamaru Usman twice. And I know after that first fight, which he won by crazy comeback head kick, he knew that, listen, I know that it was an elevation, that I was gassing out quick, but I have to make sure that my takedown defense is on point. Then in the rematch, guess what? It was on point. He had a crazy good game plan, landing leg kicks, stuffing takedowns, hurting that lead leg of Usman, really impacted his takedown ability. And I think Leon will also implement that game plan towards Colby Covington, who I think is just as susceptible to those leg kicks, body kicks, 1-2s down the pipe. I think everything that Leon did against Kamaru Usman will somewhat work against Colby Covington, maybe even better because he won't fear the striking exchanges just as much. I know somewhere in the back of Leon's mind, he was thinking, listen, I can't get touched by Kamaru Usman clean or else I might go out cold. I think he's realistic enough to know that his chin isn't always going to keep him afloat. It can let him down at times. But with Colby Covington, I think he'll be more willing to actually go in there. The only way I can see Colby being able to manage to really TKO on the feet, purely no ground and pound, just on the feet, purely TKO Leon Edwards, is maybe if you rock some once and then it's just a volume and like Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady style, just a ton of volume and eventually it's a standing TKO. That's the only way I can see Colby Covington somehow pulling off a TKO finish. Otherwise, I can see him winning by just having Leon Edwards on the ground, just ground and pounding, having a very boring and stalling fight. It's going to take Colby to have an absurd amount of control time and basically from the very beginning of the round, being able to take down Leon and just control him the entirety of the round. Well, there's no doubt that he has to win by default in those rounds. But if there's an opportunity for Leon to get back up and just land some strikes on Colby, I think those rounds will go to him. Again, I can't reiterate this enough. This is a damage-based scoring system we have in the UFC right now, and I think Leon Edwards' style tends to lean towards damage, while Colby doesn't really. Now let's get the elephant out of the room here. Colby Covington, listen, his wins haven't aged the best. His last win was against Jorge Masvidal back in 2022. March of 2022 was his last fight against Jorge Masvidal, which he is now retired. The other win he had before that was Tyron Woodley. Both of those guys have retired. Then it was Robbie Lawler, then RDA, then Damian Maia. I mean, most of the guys that Colby Covington has fought in the past 5 years, they've retired at some point. He doesn't have a single win in the top 15 currently. Nobody in the top 15 of welterweight right now has ever fought Colby Covington. To really sum it down, in his last 3 fights that he has won, out of his 5, the last 3 that he has won, none of them are currently in the UFC and they have retired. So if I want to be totally honest about this, Colby Covington doesn't even deserve a title shot. But guess what? He's getting it. It's happening this Saturday. I have to deal with it. And I think Leon Edwards is going to not really expose him, but he's going to be able to basically manhandle him and outstrike him on the feet. Now, could Leon TKO him? It's possible. I think it's kind of high up there. I think if you are a betting man and you want to bet on a finish for Leon Edwards, I would say by second round TKO. Maybe he might overwhelm Covington in the first round, just really stuffing his takedowns, having a really good round for himself. Then maybe Colby is just stuck on the feet with him and maybe he just can't keep up in the striking department and gets finished by TKO because Colby's chin isn't the best as well. Kamaru Usman has dropped him on multiple occasions. Jorge Masvidal put him on one knee for the first responders. Colby can be chinned and he can be put down. And I think if he's going to get a TKO, Leon Edwards he's going to do it by probably a clinch exchange because his clinch work is some of the best in the UFC. He has really good knees to the body, really good elbows in the clinch. And I think if he's going to catch Colby early, it's probably going to be in one of those clinch exchanges, most likely an elbow in that situation. But I think this is going to be a boring fight, man. I'm just betting on this fight to go all 5 rounds. I don't think it will last less than 3. I can really just see Colby going for takedowns nonstop, using his cardio, trying to out-hustle Leon Edwards and just not being able to get him down and have that significant control time. And Leon Edwards just picking the shots, picking at Colby Covington for all 5 rounds, winning a 49-46 decision. That's my official pick, guys. I am taking Leon Edwards to light up Colby Covington like a Christmas tree and win a decision 49-46. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications. If you disagree with my pick, give me a comment down below and let me know what you think or how this fight will go in your opinion. I'm out of here, guys. Peace.